All right, let's start you off here in New York, where U.S. officials have arrested two men in New York for allegedly operating a secret Chinese police station. New York residents 62-year-old Lu Jian Wang and 59-year-old Chen Xinping face charges of acting as agents of the Chinese government and obstruction of justice. The two were produced in a Brooklyn federal court on Monday. They were released on a bond later that day. U.S. prosecutors said the accused set up a secret police station at the behest of the Fuzhou branch of the Ministry of Public Security, which is China's national police force. The station was allegedly closed in the fall of 2022. U.S. officials said that the main job of the accused was to help track down and harass dissidents from China. Officials said that they also admitted to the FBI that they had destroyed evidence of their communications with Chinese officials.
Unlike typical officers, the MPS officers who have been charged today are not focused on preventing crime. Rather, the complaints charge these MPS officers with engaging in transnational repression schemes, targeting members of the Chinese diaspora community in New York City and elsewhere in the United States. And as shown in these complaints, the MPS has repeatedly and flagrantly violated our nation's sovereignty, including by opening and operating a police station in the middle of New York City.
Reacting on this, David Newman, the U.S. Principal Deputy Assistant Attorney General for National Security, said that the efforts of the People's Republic of China's government to export authoritarian methods to stifle free expression in the United States is a threat to American democracy that will not abide. On Monday, prosecutors also unveiled another set of charges against 34 Chinese officials. They are accused of operating what is called a troll farm and harassing dissidents online by disrupting meetings on U.S. technology platforms. But what exactly is a troll farm? A troll farm is an organized group of individuals on the internet trolling people with an aim to disrupt an online community. Troll farms conduct disinformation propaganda campaigns by creating fake social media profiles to target a particular community. Now, all the 34 accused of creating this troll farm are in hiding. As per the charges, the troll farm had created thousands of fake social media accounts to target Chinese dissidents through online harassment and threats.
These kind of behaviors should not be tolerated. It's about our sovereignty. It's about our way of life. It's about our freedom. In America, people should not be fearful of speaking their mind, whether it be the critical views of our own government or any foreign government for that matter. The abrasiveness and their willingness to take that kind of actions on American soil is bone-chilling.
For more on this, we are being joined by Mr. Frederick Fleitz from Washington, D.C. He is the vice chairman of America First Policy Institute Center for American Security and a former NSC chief staff. Thank you so much, Fred, for joining us once again on WION, and welcome to the program. What do you make of these recent arrests by the DOJ, notably regarding these two individuals who set up what is being called a police station in the heart of New York City's Chinatown?
Well, it's a pleasure to be here. This is more than just an unfriendly act by China. This is a brazen violation of American sovereignty, of our diplomatic agreements with China. But what it really indicates is that China does not care about the norms of modern civilized society. And when we talk about China's plans for a new global order, China's been pretty blunt that new global order will not have modern perceptions of freedom of the press, free speech, freedom of religion. That's what China is pushing, and it's just appalling that China is pushing repression outside of its borders in the United States.
And what's interesting is that the DOJ, the Biden's DOJ, decided to crack down on these individuals because they were spying on Chinese dissidents. However, we know that China has a history of also spying on Americans time and again. You just had the Chinese balloon incident. You have incidents of these cell towers, mobile towers all across the United States, buying land here in the United States, Chinese officials doing that time and again. How has the United States responded to these violations and these acts, in your opinion?
Well, you're right. There are a long list of incidents that are violations of American sovereignty. They're far more than unfriendly acts. It's not just being done to the United States. It's being done to India and many other American allies also. I don't think the Biden administration has responded strongly enough to these incidents. We know that President Biden let that giant spy balloon fly across the entire United States before he shot it down. And I understand that the administration does not want to make relations worse with China. But I think tolerating situations like this and not responding strongly enough emboldens China to engage in more activity like this.
Right, domestically and internationally as well. Mr. Frederick Fleitz, thank you so much for joining us on WION, and we look forward to having you again very soon.
Good to be here.